of the 3 times your income challenge. So just waiting for a few of you to jump on here. We get started in just a moment. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Awesome. All right. Okay, well, let's get started here on time. Again, welcome to day number 3 of the 3 times your income challenge, my 4-day event to help you start attracting high-end clients into your business so you can triple your income in the next 90 days or less. So this training is for the action takers, those of you who are really good at what you do, and those of you who are ready to level up their business big time. So if you're ready to level up your business big time, go ahead and put level up in the comments. I want to hear from you. All right. And then also, if you are listening to the replay of this training, go ahead and put replay in the comments as well. And even if you're listening to the replay, I would love for you to still post in the comments, because I'm going to go back and respond and check out all the comments that everybody made and make sure that I respond to them. So I want you to participate and engage just as if you were watching live. Hi, Greta. Thank you. Greta's ready to level up. Awesome. Okay, so far in this training, we have covered how to be seen as an expert, the go-to person in your industry. And we also learned how to identify our ideal high-end star clients and where to find them. Now, today is all about visibility. Hey, Debbie. Debbie's ready to level up too. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to be sharing today my key ways to provide valuable content consistently so you can 10 times your visibility. Who wants to 10 times their visibility? Go ahead and put 10 times in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. All right. So my notes here, ready to rock with all kinds of amazing information that's really going to change your presence online moving forward. So being visible is essential for your business. So I want you to think about your visibility. And, do people know you or know about you? Because many times I believe we're often feeling like we're the best kept secret out there. We know that what we do provides tremendous provides tremendous value. And what we're offering is awesome and can help a lot of people. But the problem is, we're not being seen, and we feel like, oh, wow, if we could just get out there and be seen, we would probably have more clients than we know what to do with, right? So if you feel like you have been the best kept secret or not enough people know about you, go ahead and put best kept secret in the comments. I want to hear if this is something that you've been struggling with. I know for me, that was the case a while back before I kind of, really started focusing on, posting regularly and getting out there, stepping outside my comfort zone, and really going above and beyond in terms of, just being seen out there. And the one thing that really helped is posting a lot of videos. We're going to be talking about that later. So, you're probably right if you're feeling like you've been the best kept secret. But what we're going to be talking about today is going to change all of that. So I'm going to be sharing with you my 5 steps to 10 times your visibility. So the first area that I want to talk to you about is your various different social media platforms. And the first thing that you want to do is make a decision on what is going to be your main platform that you're going to focus on. And I'm not going to tell you that this has to be the only one, but there is going to be one that will be your main focus to really develop out, that you're going to be on there on a regular basis and really build up your community and following in that platform. So this could be LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn, I'm going to give you a few examples here of various different options, but LinkedIn is, if you do a lot of business to business, if you have a little bit more of a upscale client, more of a business professional type audience that you're wanting to reach, LinkedIn can be a tremendous platform for that. And I really believe that there's a lot of people out there that have a LinkedIn profile, maybe have a lot of connections, but they really haven't leveraged LinkedIn. So it can be a really powerful tool for you. Another one is a Facebook group. So just like this, I have my Passionista Nation Facebook group, which has been a tremendous way for me to create my own community of like-minded individuals, other women entrepreneurs that are living their passion and their purpose. And that has been a great place for me to provide value and connect, again, these like-minded individuals, and be a great space to really engage and build community, build that support system for my ideal start clients, right? So that can be another one. Now, Facebook fan page, I think, that's very important to have, more so for credibility purposes. But a lot of people are hesitant to post or engage fully or be open to sharing what's on their mind in a Facebook page or on a Facebook fan page because it's public. There's something about, having a private Facebook group that people are more open to sharing. So that's really important to keep in mind. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks for joining. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, awesome. And a couple of you recognize you need to do more in terms of some posting on social media. All right, so we got LinkedIn, we got a Facebook group, a podcast. A podcast is a great way to get your message out there. And we have podcasters that podcast multiple times a week or once a week or every 2 weeks. But you can really hone in on your ideal audience and provide tremendous content this way. And being a podcaster gives you tremendous credibility. And it's a great opportunity to interact with other experts. You can invite them on your podcast, and then chances are then they'll invite you on theirs. So that can be a powerful platform as well. Those of you who like to write more than do video or podcasts, your primary focus could be your blog. So blogging can be a great way to get your message out. And then YouTube, if you do love video and you want to be seen, then YouTube would be a great way to build out a channel and create a lot of video content and offer training and valuable information for your ideal clients to get to know, like, and trust you. Remember, video can be super powerful as a way for people to really connect with you quickly. So highly recommend video. Now, keep in mind, you can use video in LinkedIn. You can use video on Instagram. So I want you to think about, what is the main platform that you're going to commit to working with? All right, I see a couple of you on. So let me know that you're there. And we were talking about picking one social media platform that you're going to focus on, that you're going to show up every day, multiple times a day, and really make that your hub to really build out your community in that one area. So go ahead and post in the comments. Hey, Cheryl, thank you. Go ahead and post in the comments what your number one platform is going to be moving forward. So go ahead and post. Is it a Facebook group? Is it LinkedIn? Are you going to focus on your podcast, a blog? Whatever it is. There's no wrong or right here, ladies. So it's totally up to you. It's whatever platform you feel most comfortable on, and it's the platform that your ideal star client hangs out on. That's really key as well. So really understanding where they're hanging out is essential. So go ahead again and write, put in the comments what your main platform is that you're going to focus on. All right. So the second step is to optimize your platform. So what I mean here is really making sure that everything is updated, and really reflecting you as the expert that you are, and really kind of addressing your brand and really making sure you have consistency in your brand with your profile. So you might want to update your image. So this is really important, thinking about what image you have on your platform. You don't want to have an image of you and your kids or you and your spouse, because you want to be professional. If you're attempting to build a business online, you want to reflect that you're a professional. Another thing is your actual profile. You want to make sure that it's not just talking about what credentials you have and what you do. For example, on LinkedIn, often people are using LinkedIn as like an online resume, and they're putting, all their certifications and their title and all these things that are really more about you as an individual and has nothing to do with your ideal star client. So I want you to think about rewording that to reflect who you help and how you help them. So like who you serve. When somebody works with you, what do they get in terms of an ideal outcome? So that's kind of the focus that you want to create and make it about your ideal star client, your ideal star high-end client, right? All right, so let's see, day 3. Let's see. Blogging for 3 years. Okay, wow. Okay, so Debbie's been blogging for 3 years and been on YouTube since February with daily videos. Awesome. And then Cheryl is using Facebook and has a business page and 2 private groups. Okay, so quite a bit of you are doing a lot already. So just think of where you can improve. Sometimes, being everywhere is not always the best thing, but really fine-tuning one particular platform as your main platform and being there consistently and is key. And then we're going to talk about how you can then take that content and repurpose it later. But okay, so other ways to optimize your platform is on LinkedIn. You can get recommendations, right? On any platform, you can have some testimonials. But I highly recommend on all platforms to create a video, or if you have a blog, then you can have a bio, but you talk about yourself, who you are, a little bit about your story and your background, why you do what you do, who you serve, and when somebody works with you, what can they expect to achieve? Or what could be, what are they going to walk away with after they work with you, or after they go through one of your programs? So again, your platform is going to really reflect who you are, what you do, and represent you as the expert. So this is where it's really important to know, what are you the go-to person for? That definitely has to be represented in the forefront of your profile. Okay. Now, when it comes to Facebook groups, your Facebook group, it's a little bit different because it's going to represent your community and not so much you, where your Facebook fan page is more on your brand. Then your Facebook group is an extension of your brand, but it can't be, like the Megan Tull Facebook group, or even, my book and my coaching program is the Passion Belief Method. That's not going to resonate with, my ideal star clients as much as like Passionista Nation, living your passion and purpose, entrepreneurs living their passion and purpose. So you want to come up with something that is going to resonate with a lot of your potential ideal star clients, making it about them, really building something that they want to be part of. And they feel like they can get support, they can get help, they can get value by being part of this community. Again, no matter what platform you choose, you want to just make sure it's reflected and being of service to your client. That needs to be your number one goal. Providing value to your client is your number one goal. Or in this case, your prospects, right? Your community. All right. So then we have our next way to 10 times your visibility, which is posting consistently. So what does that look like? So there's a lot of times I think, we know we need to post on a regular basis, but then sometimes we are out of ideas. Okay, we have a question. I'm going to go, what about when you cannot post videos or pictures due to industry regulations? Also no testimonials. Yes, Greta, so I believe in the financial industry. So yeah, there is quite a bit of restrictions in like financial and insurance industries. So I am not privy to exactly what is acceptable and what is not. You might want to find out and ask questions about that. But I don't know. I've never heard that you couldn't post a video about how you are of service to your clients. I know you can't do testimonials because that's private information about your client. And, you can't make certain claims, but I don't believe there's restrictions on just, you getting out there and talking about how you are of service to your customers and some of the areas that you can help them in. So you can double check on that, but I've worked with some other financial advisors in the past and that hasn't been a limitation. And then really being able, if you are going to be providing value, just having general information that would be helpful for anybody in along the lines of, maybe how to, tips on how to manage their finances or tips on saving money or things like that. So again, check with your company in particular and see what the restrictions are, and then get creative. I don't want you to break the rules, but there's always things that you could do. All right. So posting consistently. So what does that look like? I'm going to give you some ideas. You may want to write these down because this can help when you are sitting down and attempting to put together your next post. So the first thing you want to do is to educate. Or, this is an idea of a particular post. So you're educating them on a particular topic. So it could be finances. It could be It could be business building tips, list building strategies. It could be mindset techniques. So you're educating them in a particular area that they may be interested in. So of course, you're always going back to like, who is your ideal high-end star client? What do they want to hear from you? What are the problems or challenges that they're experiencing, right? And then thinking about like what is some valuable information you can share to them. So that's kind of the premise. So under that umbrella, you can do a post that's educational, or a blog, or a newsletter post. Or you can post something that is inspirational, or you can post something that's motivational. So inspirational could be like an empowering story, an inspiring story, or motivational can be even like a powerful quote. Another thing you could do is talk about your mission, why you're doing what you're doing. Maybe, what is the movement you're wanting to create around the work that you're doing. Another thing you could do is talk about your business and some of the things you do in your business. Another thing you could talk about is your story, your journey, your ups and downs, your challenges, and what you learned along the way, and, how you came out on the other side. You can also tell stories of others that followed a similar path to you, something that resonates with the message that you share. So maybe you're sharing a story about a famous person or somebody who is in the news. It could be also something that's inspirational, right? You can share case studies of your clients, as long as you're not restricted to do so. Some big wins that your clients had. Maybe they used your program or used your system, and now they've been able to 10 times their visibility, or 3 times their income. Another thing you can do is have a call to action of some sort. So you're inviting them to sign up for a free gift offer. You're inviting them to join you in your webinar or your challenge. So it's some sort of call to action for them to take the next step. Now, I want you to keep in mind, having an offer to take a next step is actually really important. We're going to even talk more about this because that's how important it is, but that can be a type of post that you have. And actually, you're going to want to post that type of post at least 20, maybe 30% of the time. Okay. Because often what happens is we're providing valuable content, we're posting on a regular basis, posting consistently, and, all for what? We're doing this and we're not really moving the needle in our business. So it's essential to recognize that there is going to be plenty of people that are going to be reading your posts or your blogs or your newsletters or watching your videos. And they're learning and they're enjoying the content, and they want more. They want to take that next step with you. So what could that look like? So you want to be ready to extend those invitations along the way. So they have to be relevant, obviously, to the content you're providing, a relevant next step for them to take. But be creative. So, each week when you think about like what you're going to be posting, you want to consider, okay, what is the long-term plan here? Maybe this week, my goal is to get, people interested in signing up to my challenge. Okay. So last week I started thinking about, okay, what are some of the posts that I'm going to be putting out there? And in my newsletter, what am I going to start putting in my newsletter to provide valuable content, educate, but then, after a couple of the emails, then I'll start inviting them to join me in the challenge. So you don't always want to be making offers constantly all the time, but like I said, 20 or 30% of the time. But you can be leading up to that by providing relevant, valuable content, creating awareness about a certain topic, getting them, excited about something, or maybe even addressing a pain point or challenge that they may be experiencing. So it's all about, connecting with them through your message, tapping into those emotions, whether it's, again, addressing that pain point, or maybe showing what the possibility is, what can be a potential outcome for them if they take action and make a change in their life or in their business. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to share is how you can take that content and repeat it or repurpose when possible and wherever possible. So let's say you have your Facebook group, for example, and you're doing Facebook Lives on a regular basis. So what could you do? You can actually, and I don't know if you know this, but you can save that video, and then you can download that video, and then you can have the MP4 version of it. So in that case, then you can take that video, you can upload it to YouTube. You can transcribe it to pull the words and use that information in a written blog or in a newsletter, or for some posts on your social media platforms. And then you can also pull the audio. So maybe you want to pull that audio and have little audio clips in either a podcast or in your newsletter. There's so many things you can do. And especially if you choose to do video, with one video, you can do so much. So I just want to, kind of open your mind to that. That's a little ninja trick, and how you can take one video and do so much. So think about all the other platforms out there. And I'm not saying that you have to be everywhere, but you'll have your one main platform, your focus platform. But then I would recommend a few other places that you're going to regularly post. And it's really just taking the information that you created on your main platform and repurposing it. So it could be in Facebook stories, it could be Facebook Live, it could be YouTube, Instagram or Instagram stories, LinkedIn, your blog, email, the newsletter. So I want you to think about, how you can repurpose your content. So it's not about, having to reinvent the wheel or come up with so much content for all these different platforms. It's about coming up with content, valuable content that educates, inspires, motivates, shares about you and your story and your mission, how you're of service with your clients, sharing client case studies, other inspiring stories, your free gift offers, your live events, webinars, anything that you offer. So you're taking all this, and then how can I repurpose it and put it more across other platforms on the internet? So you can choose 2 to 3 other places that you want to be present, and commit to repurposing your content for those places. Something that works well to really save some time, so this is a time-saving hack, is to batch your posts. So maybe the beginning of the week on Mondays, carving out some time on Mondays to create all your posts for your Facebook group or for LinkedIn for the week. I post on Instagram. I have to say I am not an Instagram expert, but I want to be represented there. So I actually have my assistant that will batch a bunch of posts. And there's a great scheduling tool called Tailwind for Instagram that's so easy to use. You can really just set up all your posts for the whole week. And that's what we use. On Facebook, you can actually schedule posts on Facebook and pick the time that you want them to roll out. I know a lot of the email platforms, they have ways that you can schedule your emails to go out at specific times. So, you can pick the days that you want to focus on creating content and then, actually put them into your systems to schedule it out, where you're not having to every day go in and create content on multiple different platforms. So keep that in mind. I think that's super helpful. But you do want to, again, pick one platform that you're going to actively be present on at least a couple times a day. Okay. So there's no hiding from that, especially if you want to 10 times your visibility online. You really have to show up. You have to be there in a big way. All right. Now, the fifth thing that I want to share, and probably the most important, because this training is all about 3 timesing your income, right? And so it really is all about not only providing valuable content, getting in front of your ideal star client, but having them take that next step with you, right? So the final key to 10 times in your visibility is inviting them to take that next step. So thinking about, what are the offers that you have that will allow them to take that next step? So it can either be, building your list. And in that case, you would be inviting them to sign up for a free gift or maybe a free webinar or challenge that you have. Or you can think about like, okay, I want to invite them actually to have a call with me. So maybe you offer a discovery call or strategy session. And so if you are offering your high-end offers, your high-end packages or programs, it really requires, anytime you're charging $2,000 or more for something, it typically requires having a conversation. Sometimes if you're doing a live event, like an in-person event, you can sell high ticket from stage if you're talking to them for at least a half a day. But online, it's pretty essential for any offer that's 2,000 or more to have a conversation. So it's an enrollment conversation is really what we're talking about here. But I know a lot of you have, different perspectives on this and what you want to call it. So I call mine a strategy session, in particular, an Align with Profits breakthrough strategy session. So this is key, I think, to really get clever with your name, because anything we do in marketing, you want to make it exciting, you want to make it enticing, you want to make it irresistible. And chances are by now, many of your potential clients have heard, oh, you want to join me in a discovery call, or, oh, you want to join me in a strategy session. And sometimes they're automatically thinking, oh, wow, she's going to try to sell me something. But if you can come up with a clever name, like Align with Profits Business Breakthrough Strategy Session, that they just in the title, they know, ooh, when I have this conversation or this session, I'm actually going to learn how to align with making profits in my business. So that's what you want to think about. I'm going to share some examples here, and you guys can start thinking about what you want to call your enrollment conversation, your discovery session or strategy session. So I'm going to just read some examples just to kind of get your creative juices flowing. So it could be, if you are like a career coach, career jumpstart session, or If you're a wellness coach, a wellness jumpstart session. If you are a business coach and you help people get more clients, you can have a client attraction strategy session. If you are in wellness or fitness, you can have a fitness breakthrough session. If you are a divorce, you help people through divorce, like a therapist or something, you can have a peaceful divorce strategy session, right? So like, who doesn't want to have a peaceful divorce, right? Or if you are helping people with leadership, you can have a leadership breakthrough session. Or if you're a relationship expert, you can have a relationship revitalization session. Again, health coach, another option for this would be an optimal health discovery session. Or if you are working with corporate executives, you can have an effective executive strategy session. So these are just a few ideas, but you kind of see where I'm going with this. So in the title of your call, it gives a specific outcome. So they know when they join you in your 30-minute, 45-minute, or hour complimentary session, you are going to actually give them some tips and strategies. You're going to provide value to them in this particular area. So also on the call, you're going to be asking questions, right? And learning about where they're at, uncovering their pain points and their struggles and their challenges, and then kind of seeing what they want to achieve. What is their desired outcome? Getting clear on what that looks like for them. And then if it's a fit, you're going to offer your program, your high-end offer, right? So you can go through, what it is that you offer, the benefits. And again, only if it's a fit, after what they shared with you, if you see that your program can truly help them get from where they are to where they want to be, then you can extend that invitation. And, you can just simply say, oh, thank you so much for sharing with me. I really appreciate your vulnerability, your honesty, based on what your goals are. You shared with me that you want to X, Y, Z. Based on what you shared in those areas, I feel I have a great next step for you moving forward. Can I get your permission to share that with you? And then, of course, most often they're going to be like, yeah, I want to know what that is. And then that's when you can share your program. And you're really focusing on the benefits, right? And the ideal outcome. So that's kind of what that looks like in terms of the process. So we always want to be prepared. Again, if we're focusing on building our business in a way that is targeted to attracting high-end star clients to our business, we always want to provide value, exhibit ourselves as experts in our industry, provide that credibility and value, but then always be ready to invite them to take that next step, which is that enrollment conversation, whatever you want to call it. But that is how you're going to be able to 3 times your income in the next 90 days. You can't be afraid to extend that invitation for that call. And you're going to get better and better at delivering that enrollment conversation. You can have an outline. I wouldn't necessarily say have it so scripted, but just really be present in the moment. And it's all about listening, right? You know your stuff. So just trust that you will say the right things. I always like to do a little meditation before each of my sessions to really be present and get connected. And then it's amazing how we can draw from source and really be able to say the right things for our potential client on the other line. So that is, one of the key elements, that piece of extending that invitation. So whatever that might look like. So if it's in a blog post, if it's in at the end of a webinar, if it's at the end of a Facebook Live, if it's at the end of a training that you're doing, a training series or a challenge. And you really want to think about, for the people that are really excited about what you're sharing and see that your information is valuable and they are struggling and they want to get a solution, how can you be of service to them? And it really is, what it comes down to is, if you are not extending an invitation for that next step, you're robbing your potential client of an opportunity for a solution. So this is where we have to kind of get out of our own way, put our big girl panties on, remove the limiting beliefs of, thinking that, ooh, what if I sound pushy or salesy or whatever? Just come from that place of love, come from that place of service and wanting to help, and it will always be right. Remember I said, there's always going to be 20 to 30% of the people in your audience that are ready to take that next step with you, that are ready to invest at a high level for a full solution. So keep that in mind. All right. So we covered the 5 ways that you can 10 times your visibility. I'm going to just touch on those really quick again. So picking one main platform to really focus on, show up fully and powerfully in that space, and really build your community, providing stellar content on a regular basis and regularly extending invitations, right? And then making sure that that platform is optimized so they see you as the expert, amazing picture and images and branding is consistent and fluid. You have testimonials, recommendations, video about who you are, what you do, how you serve people. And then the third thing is posting consistently on a regular basis. I shared some cool ideas on what you can post about. And then how you can repeat and repurpose your content. So it really makes your life a lot easier, and thinking about other areas that you'd want to repurpose that content. And then finally, inviting your prospects to take that next step with you. What is the invitation you're going to invite them to? It could be, again, a free gift, joining your group, signing up for a webinar, challenge, or live event, or as often as you can, invite them to a complimentary session with you. And what are you going to name your session? How can you make it irresistible and sexy that your ideal star client will want to be on that call with you? All right. So the challenge today is to go in and actually optimize your platform of choice. So that means not put it off till later, but actually go in today and doing this. So then when you're done, you come in and post in the comments and let us know that you have optimized your profile. So again, updating image, doing your welcome intro video, updating your bio, maybe putting some links to offers, free gift offer. There's no wrong or right, but make sure that it's speaking directly to your ideal high-end star client, okay? So not making it solely about you. Yes, you want to, display that you're the expert, but and who you're the go-to person for, but really make sure that it's speaking to your ideal client and how you serve them. Okay. Now tomorrow we are going to be talking about how to create your irresistible high-end offer. Some of the elements that you want to include, what you need to be thinking about when you're putting this together. We're going to be talking about potential price points, how you can market it, all kinds of things. So you won't want to miss that. And we're going to be here, same time, same place. And please, if you have any questions, post it in the comments. You can always direct message me if you don't want to post directly in the comments your question. But I'm here for you to support you and help you in any way that I can. So thank you so much for joining us. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow in day number 4 of the 3 times your income challenge. Have a great day. See you soon.